These, I think, were my favorite Golden Globes in the last couple of years. Completely entertaining throughout the entire show. I didn't feel boring at any point in time. It was 3 hours long from 9 to 12 where I live at. And I watched the whole thing without being bored. So I found it entertaining, even from the jokes to the actual awards. Beef. I can't talk great enough about this series. Netflix series. Amazing, amazing. For just one season, this is the show that made me laugh the most this year. 2023, because of course we're at 2024, so last year at this point. But I gotta say, this was such an amazing show. Makes you think we're still at 2023. Wow. The ending amazing. Everything that happens just because of a couple of people at their cars having an argument while they're parking. The intensity of it, the plot, the way it's written. And these are completely new people that I've seen act. I know she's a comedian as well, but in terms of acting and being in the show, top notch, A plus. I would say A plus for sure. Level acting is what I'm trying to say. I was trying to put the A in for some reason, and that's how you do it correctly. So my overall thoughts about it: Beef definitely deserved to win. Gonna look right here. The list. Listen, Google, if you're gonna put the images, why can't they be in high quality? That's tough. I'm hoping you guys have high quality images of the people that you put the list for while I review it. I like the way, that's another thing, the design of the Golden Globes, from how they were sitting down, it felt more, not compact, but in terms more community. Everybody was closer to each other, but at the same time, with the enough space, the actual stage was inside of where the people were sitting, basically. If you did see it, you know what I'm talking about. And I like the way they put each person this time. They do it all the time, but this time it looked way, way more clean in terms of the edit. How it looks definitely looked very well, showing each actor, actress. So Google fixed this for me. Winners, actor, musical, or comedy film. Listen, Matt Damon, I thought he did amazing in Air. I did not see the holdovers. I keep hearing great stuff about it. I know Paul is a great actor, so congrats to him. But what I did see from all of this was just Air, and Matt Damon did impeccable, amazing in Air. The way he was obsessed with focusing on Michael Jordan. Everybody was focused on centers, big players at that time, but guards. Jordan was the one that was different, and he noticed it, and he played that role perfectly as trying to convince the father and mother of Jordan to get with Nike, because Nike was way below at that point in time compared to Adidas and Converse. So I like Matt Damon. I thought he could have easily won this, but I can't speak about the other performances because I did not see the Joaquin Phoenix performance. They didn't show him as much in the awards, which is interesting. And I did not see the holdovers performance, so I think they got it right either way because I know this guy is a great actor. Drama motion picture, of course, Oppenheimer. Cillian Murphy is amazing in the movie, but wow, what a tough lineup against Leo DiCaprio. Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Bradley Cooper, Maestro. Tough movie to do. I did not expect to enjoy that movie as much as I did because my mother told me, hey, let's watch the new movie from Bradley Cooper. It's coming in Netflix. And the whole plot, very, very interesting and tough because he ends up actually being with somebody else while he's with his wife. And it turns out that he's hiding basically the fact that he's gay. If I'm not mistaken, that's him hiding it in that given time. I think this is based on real life, if I'm not mistaken, also. But either way, if it is or not, my whole point with it is he did the production, the direction, and he's acting as the main person. And I forgot her name, but Bradley Cooper's wife on the movie, amazing performance. How she then has cancer. She has cancer in her later age. And wow, incredible performance. How she did it, how she manages to, how do you say, deal with the whole situation of having to have a overall husband that is like that in that situation in those specific times. And he's trying to focus on his musical career and on the artistry, and she blames him for delivering the music with anger because of what he's going through in hiding. So very tough movie. I thought Bradley Cooper did a great direction and production and performance, but you're dealing with Oppenheimer, which Christopher Nolan just blew out of the park on box office numbers, on performances, on actors, on dialogues, on time. So there was no way Oppenheimer wasn't going to win. So obviously Cillian Murphy was going to win Best Actor in a Drama Motion Picture. Sorry, Bradley Cooper. Amazing still, but I knew Cillian Murphy was going to be the one who wins it. Sorry, Leo. Amazing movie. Killers of the Flower Moon, I did a full review. I love how they finally did a story, regardless of it, if it made profit or not, which it didn't, because it cost $200 million and it only made $154 million. So they lost $50 million doing the movie. But Martin Scorsese did a great job with Leo and with the other actress that I forgot her name. Usually we say now actors, so I forgot her name. Specifically, Molly Burkhart. I forgot her. I think it's Lily or Lillian. I'll say it right now further on. But my whole point is Killers of the Flower Moon was amazing. They did a great performance. Everybody. I like the way they showcased how the Native Americans owned the oil. How the uncle of Ernest Burkhart, which is Hale, was trying to kill everybody basically to keep the inheritance and basically keep the oil money for them. Incredible plot based on real life, but not as successful as Oppenheimer, because Oppenheimer made money. Killers of the Flower Moon did not make money. Maestro came out recently, and it's much tougher to beat Oppenheimer as the Netflix movie that comes out recently. Well, Oppenheimer already beat every box office and is known as a great movie. Let's go to Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy Motion Picture. As I go to that, let me look for some pictures here. You know what? I'm going to get to this one first because congrats to her, and I'll get to her name later on. It's too many names for me to just keep in mind immediately. But she's from Succession, one of my favorite series recently. If you want to see a dramatic series that has a comedy angle to the way they talk to each other, that is high quality HBO Max, or however you want to call it now, watch Succession. Great beginning, great ending in my opinion too, and great in the middle. My favorite character is Logan Roy. Then I would say Kendall Roy. But Shiv, which is the name on the series, and of course the other two brothers are amazing. Congrats to her, she deserves it. I think this is her second one if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find the name of the woman from Killers of the Flower Moon. So, yep, Lily Gladstone. I said it correctly, Lily. So that's what I meant previously. Now let's go back over here to actress in a musical or comedy motion picture. Poor Things. Did not see this. Wow, Jennifer Lawrence was nominated for No Hard Feelings. I did see that one, and I thought it was fairly funny for what some people were saying it wasn't as funny as other people were saying it was. I thought it was decent, but I did not know that she had a nomination for it. Interesting. Natalie Portman, I haven't seen May December. I did see Barbie here, and I thought Barbie might have won Margot Robbie a Golden Globe with this right here, Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy Motion Picture. But I think it's more representative of quote unquote quality and artsy films that Poor Things would win Emma Stone the award. And Barbie did win for box office, which was big deal. So congrats to that. I think it deserved it more than Oppenheimer. It was just too big. It's like everybody was wearing. My mother was wearing pink for the movie. We went to see the movie and my mother was wearing pink. So I went with her and I thought it was a decent movie. It was a good movie overall. I'm not even going to say decent. I thought it was a very good movie for what it was going for. So I got to showcase Lily Gladstone. It was Gladstone, right? Because definitely congrats to her for this. This is the only award Killers of the Flower Moon won. Best Actress in a Drama Motion Picture. And I thought she did amazing the way she was in the bed while Leo is literally injecting her with what is supposedly insulin. And it's really not. Psych, he's lying. He's following Hale's orders. Basically killing his own wife, which is crazy. But at the same time, he feels bad. So he even puts some on his drink and drinks it. Now he's fucked up too. Insane in the plot. What a great performance. The way she stands by Leo, Ernest Burkhart on the movie. Even in the bed, she's asking for him when they come to help her. Wow. She did amazing. The way she even speaks the language. And then she speaks English. Everything just fit perfectly. She was amazing on this. And I loved the way she talked about it. Even on her acceptance speech. And congratulating also her mom. And thanking her. So let's go. Where do we go now? Let me go back. All right. Box office. This was what I was literally talking about. This is the award that Barbie won. And I'm not surprised at all. John Wick, I'm sorry you're not box office as much as Barbie was. Oppenheimer, the closest thing, but not as much as Barbie. Super Mario Bros. Wasn't. Now, my favorite movie out of all of these, it's probably still Oppenheimer. And man, Mission Impossible, I enjoyed a lot. So if I'm talking for myself, I think I enjoyed more Oppenheimer. Tom Cruise Mission Impossible with the crazy scene as he's going with the motorcycle and just flying. That was insane. So many great moments on that movie. I enjoyed those movies more, and even the Spider-Man movie more than Barbie. I think even the Guardians movie more. But if I'm being strict to what the award is, there's no denying a lot of people enjoyed more. In terms of box office, cinematic experience, and a fan base, more people enjoyed more than the other three that I mentioned, Barbie. So Barbie had to win that one. Congrats to Barbie. Margot Robbie was the perfect choice to actually act as Barbie, without a doubt. Best drama motion picture. Listen, how are you not going to give this to Oppenheimer again? My only point would be, man, my mother even said that she feels bad for Bradley Cooper because Maestro was insane. Because listen, I'm a one-man show when I do my edits. I have to record myself, set the studio lights. I have 2 of these big-ass lights here. Set the camera myself, edit the audio, the video. And this is just a simple, basic home setup. Imagine having to produce, direct, and act as the main person on your movie. A big movie. That's what Bradley Cooper did, and it was actually very good to watch the whole movie. I was interested in it, even though I did not think I was going to be interested in the whole plot. And he got other people to be interested too, like his wife in the movie. I thought she was amazing, and she should have won, in my opinion, an award for her performance. Incredible. But again, you're going against Oppenheimer. And even though Maestro was amazing how he's delivering the composition of the musical performance with all of his orchestral band, if you want to call it that in the correct terms, The way he's just with so much energy and power and passion. Bradley Cooper is doing a great performance, and his wife is looking like, okay, now you don't have anger. Now you're delivering it with love and passion, delivering the music to the people. As great as that was, Oppenheimer was just much bigger, much popular as a drama. So I'm not surprised the Golden Globes gave it to Oppenheimer because it was amazing. The bomb scene was spectacular. And I love how when I watched the movie on the IMAX, the bomb first just goes boom, silent. It doesn't you don't hear the boom. It just goes silently, and then you feel like the boom come afterwards in the movie theater. Great experience as you have the Dolby Digital sound and you actually hear the boom come afterwards like it would happen in real life. That was an amazing scene. So I'm not surprised it beat Past Lives, which has had a lot of great critiques about it. I haven't seen it and I want to see it. It beat Killers of the Flower Moon, which again was an amazing movie to me, over 3 hours long. A lot of these movies are over 3 hours long. Maestro and Killers of the Flower Moon as well as Oppenheimer. Past Lives might be the shortest one for the ones I just mentioned. I need to watch Anatomy of a Fall and The Zone of Interest. Congrats to Oppenheimer, but it deserves it. Let's go to musical or comedy motion picture. Poor Things wins. I need to watch this movie because I haven't watched it and I don't know if it's good. Let me know. I could have given this to Air because I thought it was that great of a movie. But I'm not surprised. Should I look for some more images over here? Congrats to Beef again. I loved it. This is Taylor Swift. I don't think she won anything. She was in the nomination for her movie about her tour. Billie Eilish won for her song that's on the Barbie movie. So that's a second win for Barbie. That's correct. I forgot about that. If you count it that way, which you should, it's a win. So Barbie has 2 wins, not just the box office one. Best director, I'm not surprised Christopher Nolan won it. It's like, if I would have been in the Golden Globes, I would have given at least one of these awards to Bradley Cooper because he has won none. And Christopher Nolan should have won this one because he hasn't won any before this either. So I think that's a valid one. So congrats to Christopher Nolan on winning his first one. Well deserved. If he wasn't going to win it for this one, then at what point was he going to win it? So if you don't win it for the biggest box office movie and everybody thinks it's great, at what point are you going to win it? So it's valid that he did win it at this point. Come on. But then you would give some of the other awards maybe to Bradley Cooper. And I don't think it's going to be like, you're just giving it to him because just giving it to him. No, it's because it's valid too. And there's validity on every person to win one right here. My opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Barbie was directed well, but I don't think it compares to Christopher Nolan or Maestro. And I've kept hearing that Past Lives is directed very well too. So I'm not surprised that Poor Things and Past Lives were directed even higher than Barbie as well. But Barbie had good direction, don't get me wrong. Foreign language, congrats to Anatomy of the Fall. Surprised Society of the Snow and Past Lives didn't get it here because I just saw Society of the Snow. Amazing movie, very tough to see the whole act of having to eat their friends because they have no other food remaining in the middle of the snow. Insane. I was talking to my girlfriend recently about that. She's still watching the movie and she's like, wow, it's crazy how they were flying the plane, which if I'm not mistaken, that region you can't fly it anymore the same way. And it's not a big plane or commercial plane. So the fact that they survived that many days, over 70, in the snow was ridiculous. And thank God for those that survived. Past Lives, I gotta watch it. Let's go over here. Bradley having fun. She was very, very good on Pain Hustlers. And she was great on Oppenheimer. Forget her name, I think it's Emily. And of course, Jack, I forget if that's actually his real name, but he's the one from The Office, amazing on The Office. but I forget his name honestly right at this point in time. Screenplay Anatomy of the Fall as well. That's a good pick. I'm expecting it to be a good pick. I should watch the movie, but I'm not surprised. Drama TV series Succession, like I showed Chev over here winning the award. Up. So congrats. Man, I really wanted Better Call Saul to win an award, so I'm surprised they didn't put it for the final season here. But Succession just kept winning awards, so congrats to Tom, of course, who in the end of the series stays with everything and at the same time wins an award here. They're three happy right here, and congrats to Roman in the series. I forget his name in real life. The fact that he wins his first Golden Globe is big too, because this is his first one. He was nominated 5 times. He said he wasn't expecting to win it. So let's go over here to the next one. Actress. Yeah, I just showed this one, Lily. Congrats to her. Supporting. I haven't seen the holdovers. Congrats to her. I was very surprised. This was the first picture, was it? Yeah. Congrats to her. I was very surprised that I haven't heard of this before. Thought, really. But I gotta check this out. The holdovers. Haven't seen The Color Purple, and I haven't seen Saltburn, which a lot of people have been talking about. Yeah, Emily Blunt is her name. So I got it right. Robert Downey Jr., wow, he won Golden Globe. Congrats. For Oppenheimer. Thought he did great. I thought it was funny how his character really thought that Einstein and Oppenheimer were talking bad about him, but in reality they were talking about how they really messed up. Well, not messed up, but how they really just created what can literally destroy the world. And that's why Einstein leaves like, what the fuck? but excuse me, Robert Downey Jr.'s character here thinks that they're trying to avoid him, ironically. Ryan Gosling did great in Barbie, but listen, you're not beating Robert Downey for this performance. Willem Dafoe, please just perform as Joker for once. I want that. But I've heard that his performance on Poor Things was great. Mark Ruffalo as well. Robert De Niro did amazing in Killers of the Flower Moon. It's up there for Robert Downey Jr. Somebody's family is, how do you say, yawning. Yawn, really? But it is what it is. That's how we do it live over here. Either way, Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert De Niro is up there for me with Robert Downey Jr. So I would put him, I might even give the award to Robert De Niro. But I'm glad they gave it to Robert Downey Jr. We already talked about original song from Billie Eilish. Original score, Ludwig. Congrats to Ludwig, if that's how you say his name, Göransson. Amazing score on Oppenheimer. I've been wanting to play it on the piano. You know, I did upload like 4 piano videos, so make sure to watch them. But wow, he did the same. He did the score for Black Panther, the recent one, and I love that. I might even love that one more than the Oppenheimer one, but both here are superb. If I'm not mistaken, he's the one that did the one for Black Panther, because I remember the name being very familiar. But let me know if I'm wrong, but I think it is. So let's go over here to the animated feature film. I haven't seen this ones. I did see Super Mario and Spider-Man. I like that, but Can't Save the Boy and the Heron is better. But the overall animation and art style looks very, very good. So I'm not surprised that it won. Stand-up comedy, congrats to Ricky. He said he was not coming back after that Golden Globe, so I'm not surprised he didn't actually come back. Oh, this is for The Crown. Female actor in a supporting role on television. She definitely deserves this, I think, because she looked very, very close to Princess Diana. I did see this, The Crown. I didn't see it fully, but my mother saw the whole series, and I was seeing this specific part. I saw like 5 or 6 episodes where she starts to meet the, I don't know if Arab is the correct word, but the family that is Arab that tries to get close in that time to the royal family. They go on this vacation. She goes on a vacation. And I saw the whole thing before the accident. And she looks very, very familiar. She did a great performance in my opinion. I wasn't expecting Meryl Streep to win, but my mother wanted the Ted Lasso woman, Hannah Waddingham. I forget her name on the movie. Wanted her to win. I thought she definitely deserved it. She's very good on Ted Lasso. I did see that series. Not the full series, but I did see part of it. This was a tough list because what was her name? The one from Succession that's Roman was always bothering. Her name here is J. Smith Cameron, but I know her name on the series and I forgot it. I think it starts with an E. But either way, she's great on the series, and Abby Elliott from The Bear is great on the series. She's the sister of the main character. I forgot his name now. But literally The Bear. So tough one right here because you have Meryl Streep, which people always put up there. Ted Lasso, The Bear, and Succession against The Crown, and The Crown won. So wow. Yellow Jackets is popular apparently, but I don't watch it. But this has to be the toughest one of the toughest lineups. Easily could have gone to that woman from Ted Lasso, Hannah Waddingham. Easily. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, it's one of the best ones from Apple. The Bear is one of the best ones from FX. After watching Snowfall, which is my favorite FX series recently, watch The Bear. You're going to enjoy it. It's very intense drama and comedy at the same time. You're going to laugh and find it dramatic too. And she did a great performance, so I'm surprised she didn't win. But congrats to Elizabeth from The Crown. Her role in Princess Diana was good. And Succession had already won. So honestly, Succession had already won so a lot of awards. So I would have wanted to go to either The Bear or Ted Lasso, but I'm good with The Crown. Male actor in a supporting role, Matthew, of course, Tom, Succession. So you know what? I'm glad they gave it to him. Could have gone to the morning show. Could have gone to... Wow. They had two other from Succession here. And of course, The Bear. I forgot his name again, but he was great on the show too. His name over here is Evan Moss. So could have gone to him, but Matthew, Tom, not surprised, especially with how the ending favors him on the series. If you haven't seen it, watched it, the way he literally takes over the whole company basically is crazy. Congrats to him, Steven Yeun. Beef. Amazing performance in the entire series. He definitely deserves Best Actor. The amount of times I laughed at what was going on. How he's trying to make his brother be with him still, but at the same time he doesn't want him to be around because he's not doing anything, helping, trying to get money. Then they have to go through this whole process that is just, look at the sounds. They don't care. It is what it is. That's how people are. But at the same time, my whole point with Beef is amazing series. Just watch it. You're going to enjoy Steven Yeun's performance on Beef. It's the funniest thing you'll see, in my opinion, on Netflix recently, this series. The way he just has to argue with this other rich Asian woman. So, let's go to Best Actress. I've already said Sarah Snook. That's her real name. I already talked about Shiv. She went against The Last of Us, The Crown, and The Diplomat. Best Actor, Kieran Culkin. So that's Roman. Congrats to him. I would have given it to Brian Cox, but he did not go to the Golden Globes. I would have actually even given it to Jeremy Strong for Kendall Roy. But I'm actually happy for Roman because that's his first win. Congrats to Kieran Culkin. And he's great as Roman Roy. Best Actress in Musical or Comedy TV Series. Wow, I'm so happy they gave it to her because she's amazing in The Bear. Ayo Edebiri, is that how you say her real name? She is amazing in The Bear. It would not be the series it is without her. Great, great pick. I'm glad, honestly, they gave it to her over Abbott Elementary because Abbott Elementary won last year. And I still haven't watched that series. I should. Selena Gomez, she does great on Only Murders in the Building, but I think The Bear is better, if I'm being honest. Because I watched that series and I stopped watching it. So I gotta get back to it. It's not that it's a bad series, but it did not keep my attention as much as The Bear did on FX. So congrats to her. I forgot the name already, but in The Bear, she is amazing. That part in the first season where they're tense because they try to switch to having a tablet or an iPad for the online orders and the pre-orders to get every receipt, and then it just doesn't stop, and all the receipts keep coming down, and they're trying to control it and serve everything and have it ready for the food. And it was her idea, so she's actually fucked up in the head right now, and she's trying to control everything. And the main character starts screaming at her like, "You gotta fix this and don't leave right now," and everything. And she's like, "I quit." That whole scene was comedic genius and drama intense at the same time. Watch it if you haven't watched it. The first season of The Bear. The Beef, Best Actress, Beef, Ali Wong. Already talked about it, so I'm not gonna go back to it. But congrats, Jeremy Allen White. That's what I was thinking about. The name of him. So happy he won. So The Bear won a lot more than I thought. FX was actually winning this time. Congrats. You know what's surprising to me? How does FX give The Bear the opportunity to be here? But Snowfall. This whole time, Snowfall had one of the best season endings. And how is it not in this list as an FX series? Wow. That is super shocking to me. There's no reason why it shouldn't be here. Especially with the performance that they gave. The main character, everybody. Especially, is his name Dan Idris? I think it's Dan Idris. Great performance in Snowfall. But man, crazy that it didn't show up in here. But congrats to Jeremy Allen White. He's amazing on The Bear. Watch it. A chef that has to really go through a tough thing to keep his brother's restaurant. He was already a top chef in another restaurant, but as his brother dies, not going to give a spoiler as to how he dies, but as he dies, he leaves him, Jeremy Allen White, in the series, the restaurant, and he has to try to make it be profitable. Great series. It actually won musical or comedy TV series too, against Ted Lasso and against Barry. So I'm glad it did, because that's the one I watched and the one I enjoyed the most, The Bear. That's going to be it. Let me know down below in the comment section what you thought. Beef, I already mentioned it winning. It won a lot of times too. I think this was one of the best Golden Globes recently. So that's going to be it. Let me know. I low-key almost forgot to show some images. So let me keep showing the images here. Zappy over here. Selena over here. She had a good dress for this. Robert Downey Jr., congrats to him for winning. Poor Things cast, congrats to them for winning. The Bear cast right here, they won. This was one of the funniest shows, man. Congrats. The morning show. Wow, they really didn't win anything. I'm surprised they didn't, because it was a good show, but probably should have won at least one for Apple. But Apple, you need to fix that with the brightness on your service. It's a bit too open. It's a bit too dark for Samsung TVs. The way it looks on the screen. Oppenheimer, Succession, the Dua Lipa, Jared Leto over here. It's gonna be it.